All right, I have Louisiana native Cupid is widely known for his hit Cupid Shuffle that millions of people loved and posted their own videos of their interpretation of the dance. Steve Harvey caught wind of his momentum, invited him to perform at his live remote, and the next thing you know, they broke the Guinness World Record for the most people to dance in unison with over 17,000 in attendance. Cupid has continued to use his gift to upload others and has appeared on The Monique Show, The Dr. Oz Show, The Steve Harvey Show, because his energy is infectious and brings in ratings. He has even teamed up with Disney and McDonald's, and he is part of their annual Disney Dreamers Academy, and he's been the face of Met Cafe. Ladies and gentlemen, Ujima Magazine wants to welcome Cupid. Mr. Cupid, how are you doing today?
I am blessed and highly favored. Everything's going good on this end of itself.
All right. So I've heard a lot about Q-robics. I want to just get into this topic because you recently came to Austin and you presented Q-robics to Austin, and you've been traveling and you've been doing Q-robics. Tell us a little bit about what Q-robics is.
What Q-robics is line dance meets aerobics. Of course, in culturally throughout America, line dance is one of the only things that we do as a group in unison. You know, that doesn't reflect any color, doesn't reflect any age group, doesn't reflect any ethnic backgrounds at all. So what I decided to do was, because I'm known for the Cupid Shuffle and a few more other line dances, to the point where even if I make a regular R&B song, people want to put a line dance to it. We decided to take that moniker and just, get people fit. At one time, I was 240 pounds, and while I was on tour, I didn't have a way to work out consistently, so I would use my rehearsals as workout segments, and I would add aerobic elements into it, and I ended up losing 40 pounds. So after that, after that took place, it just made sense for me to just share that with the world and help people, because everywhere we go, week in and week out when we performing, we got people that's out of shape, 200 pounds plus, 300 plus, that for when those songs come on, they forget they weight. They forget how much they weigh. And they up there tearing it up and cutting and tearing the dance floor up. So I'm like, if these people are going to do this on a Friday and Saturday afternoon with, some Hennessy and Ciroc in their hand, why not get them to do it on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with something healthy and get their life together and get their health issues removed by staying fit. So I want to use my music for not only just, listening purposes, but to just help people.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So it's like a ministry. You're providing a ministry for the community, and it's beneficial for their health because it gets them going. There's cardio involved, tons of cardio involved. They have your fans have the opportunity to connect with you and dance, and they get the opportunity to visit with you. Is that correct?
That's correct. I typically, whenever I go on tour, I teach the classes. So one of the cool things about it is I sing while we perform. So you get in the concert while you're working out. So it's real cool, the interaction with the people, and just to hear stories of the Cupid Shuffle and Love Slide and Do It With Your Boots On and Go Ahead Baby and all the popular line dances in the line dance community that people are using. It's broad as there's kids doing it in Head Start and first grade and second grade, because these kids don't want to work out. But the crazy part about it is a lot of people putting out these DVDs that got these kids twerking because the only dances they know is that. But when you come with aerobics, none of the moves are suggestive. It's all clean line dancing. So it's something that fits in the schools, the churches. So there's really no boundary. We've done the Potter's House. We've done, several schools throughout the state and in the country. So, the opportunities are endless to just spread this music to people, through fitness.
That's great. That is great. So, just to kind of give the listeners a little bit of background, is that NewCupid was a major hit. Yeah. And is it true that you have roughly 6,500 downloads each week when the song came out? Has it been continuous?
Last week I did 78. It's crazy. Every week we do
Wow.
we're doing between 4,000 to 7,000 downloads a week. I mean, you know, it's one of those songs and one of those situations. My career has been totally different from what everybody else's career is. It's kind of like, you know, I have a real big record that just won't go away, won't die ever. And so it allows me an opportunity to have a continuous career, but also to build on it. Like every time I drop another record, my true fans, you know, they add on to the Cupid Shuffle with all the other records that I drop, like I say, like Wham Dance and Go Ahead Baby and stuff. So it's just great to have that song as such a strong foundation, because many a times artists' foundations crack. You know, they here for a season and they're gone, but you know, there's not a place you can turn where you're not gonna hear the Cupid Shuffle. Within, you know, if there's a party going on, you're gonna hear some Cupid.
Yeah, and so you peaked. The Cupid Shuffle peaked at number 66 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 21 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Song.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's a blessing. You know, my thing is, you know, charts are like college football rankings. You know, you got people who vote on that, and you got people who put that where it has to go. The truest thing for me is the fact that how my music impacts people. Like, to see 50,000 people, white, black, young, old, Chinese, Mexican, Oriental, it don't matter, for 3 minutes and 38 seconds of their life, none of that stuff matters anymore. Like, none of that stuff matters. None of the bills and the problems you got matter, because they all in unison dancing. To watch for Essence Festival right before Beyonce performed last year, I performed, and to watch 80,000 people do the dance at one time, from Roland Martin in the front row to whoever in the background, you know, it shows the power of music far beyond a chart. You know, it's just, you know, how Frankie Beverly has Before I Let Go. That's one of those records that when they come on, I don't care where you at, you like, oh, that's my jam. Well, to have one of those is just such a blessing, because it's a testament to, you know, to just feel good music.
Right. So I do understand that you also have a new song called Wham Dance, and it's with Mystical. All right. So tell us a little bit about Wham Dance. Now, it will be released. When will it be released? When will we get to hear it? The video comes out April 30th. It's actually on iTunes now, but the official, like, we leaked it out on iTunes now, because like a lot of my core fans, if I put a dance out, they want it. So I can't make them suffer for the actual release. So it's on iTunes now, but the official major release will be April 30th. The video drops online, and it's gonna be it's you know, working with Mystical was amazing, because first of all, I'm a big fan. You know, I mean, I've been listening to Mystical since I was in like high school. So it was just great to be able to just work with him and just do a collaboration with him. You know. All right. So you said that working with Mystical was a blessing, and
it was. I mean, yeah, it was. It's been great to perform with him, because he's. You know, he just teamed up with Cash Money, with YMCMB. So, you know, it's not often you get a chance to work alongside a Cash Money's artist. So it's just great energy. And it's a song that he loves, because he says it brings him back to the Shake It Fast Mystical, the Mystical that he loves, you know, like that fun time when music was just fun. So that's what we are.
Okay. And so what I want you to do is tell the listeners a little bit about who Cupid is as an individual. You know, we know you're from Louisiana, but who is Cupid?
I'm the youngest of what we call the people who make feel good music. You know, early in my career, I toured with Frankie Beverly, Mays, Marvin Cease, Mel Waiters. I was the youngest cat on the blues market for years. And I stumbled across, you know, a blessing called the Cupid Shuffle, because I never made a line dance song before. I just wanted to try it out. And of all the blues songs I had and all of that, that's the one that blew up with Cupid Shuffle. So I just make feel good music. I'm just an entertainer, an R&B singer that just makes feel good music that just, you know, resounds throughout the streets and resounds throughout the parties and the festivals and the communities. And anywhere there's a group, I can be found. So I'm just a guy. I'm just a generator of feel good music. That's all I am. It's just a young man just trying to make good, clean, positive, fun music.
And how did you get started? You know, how did you get started in business?
Well, when I first started singing, I was in a group in college. It was called Fifth Element, and that was when I kind of got my feet wet with singing at the talent shows in front of all the sororities and stuff. And down here in at these HBCUs like Southern Grambling, and then of course where I went UL, you'll get booed if you didn't. Like, it wasn't a game. Like, they'll boo national people. Like, they had, so we earned our stripes, through the talent show ranks. And then after that, I in the South, if you're not making party music, you don't stand a chance. Like especially like younger, why? Because everything's a party, from second line in New Orleans. So we party a lot here in Louisiana. So my style and everything kind of comes from, being around the second lines and the party and so on and so forth. That's why my R&B music is always so up-tempo and fun, because that's just kind of what I was brought up around. And it's interesting because I tell people I'm an R&B artist, and they look at me confused. And I'm kind of like the very first line I said on Cupid Shuffle is they say I'm a rapper, and I say no. Like, I said that on purpose. Because people used to always be like, hey, this is, if you was young and black, you was a rapper. That was instant. That's just how it worked. And if the music is a certain tempo, it just automatically rap. But I was just trying to break that stigma. So I got started that way, just performing at the festivals and all the big circuits. And one of the strongest points in my career is my live show. So it was cool. Like, everybody wanted to see my live show throughout Texas, Mississippi. It was like Cupid. If you performing, it's gonna be off the chain. So that built and built and built until 2007. I got signed with Atlantic.
Okay. And so Cupid is just an all-around fun guy that loves to bring the party and loves to bring people together and helps the community. What is something that we don't know about you as an artist or as an individual?
I sing for real. Like for real. Like, I know a lot of it my vocals, and stuff is what I've been known for ever since before I got signed. And I think a lot of people in the industry don't get a chance to really catch on to that just because of the type of songs that I'm known for. But like, I play piano, and I'll get behind the piano, and I'll make you cry if I can, if you let me, So, singing is my passion, and I really get down with it, and like my true fans who buy my albums and stuff and who listen through past track 4 and 5, they know how I get down. So I just, my goal is to try to get the rest of the world to catch on to, what's going on down these parts.
So what do you like to sing? When you sing, what do you like to sing?
In my shows, I'm infamous for singing for covering Marvin Gaye. Let's Get It On, Sam Cooke, Change Gonna Come, High Five I like. There's several different songs that I throw in there in my live shows sometimes, just because they're my favorite songs and not too many people can sing them. So those are pretty much some of my favorite. Ribbon in the Sky, like we go in. But that's Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. That's my showstopper. That's one of my favorite songs to sing. It's like, like my parents and stuff. That's their jam. So I always try to throw that in the mix.
Okay. And so, what's the next city? Can you name a couple of cities that you will be performing at, as far as Q-Robics is concerned?
Yes, I'll be in my hometown on the 28th. I will be in Atlanta, Georgia, August 8th, 9th, and 10th for the Steve Harvey State Farm Neighborhood Awards.
Okay.
I'll be in Indianapolis, Indiana for the international for the Indiana Black Expo. Okay. So those are some of the bigger ones that I'm gonna be at.
Okay, and so if there are aspiring artists, and I always ask this question because everyone has their own sense of being, and everyone always has their own way of handling the business or what inspires them. So what is a word of advice that you could give to another young artist or someone that's looking to pursue the music business?
stay true to yourself, and the only way you can fail is if you quit. That's one of the things my coach taught me, like years ago. I never forget. He passed away, Coach Sylvester McKinley. You know, he's like, the only way you fail is if you quit. So,
right.
You know, a lot of people give up, and at that point, you've lost. You know, you've tapped out. As long as you don't quit, you keep executing, and you just keep continuously pushing for your dream. You know, you still have that hope to reach that goal. You know. So
right.
I tell people that all the time. Like, you know, I've been through so much in my career, from going on The Voice and doing stuff like that, and things happen so, you know, unorthodox, yet, you know, I still able to use my music to change lives and make people better and make people dance. So, you know, just never stop. Never, despite what nobody says. Just keep on pushing.
So you were on The Voice. I've never known that. Are you able to discuss what that experience was like?
It was humbling. It was humbling, you know. It was interesting. And I went on the show because my goal at the time was to get people to know that I really could, you know, my pipes were serious. But but in the show I kind of, you know, one of my only choices of song to sing was the Cupid Shuffle, which is, you know, not my decision, but I did it, and it was crazy. Like, nobody turned around, you know. But
wow.
What happened was, you know, of course, at the time I was like, okay, this is some blankety blank blank blank. There's no way, you know. But you know, when I finished it was God telling me not to disrespect His blessing. Like, He was basically saying, I gave you a song that's bigger than you itself, than you. And so for you to be trying to go up on this television show and get past the blessing that you haven't truly maximized yet was disrespectful. So I don't think the chairs turning around had anything to do with, you know, Christina, CeeLo, Adam, or Blake. I think it was just when I got back home, that's when I shot aerobics. Because it was like, let's go maximize this blessing that God gave me. Like, you know, not often do people have songs like the Cupid Shuffle. And so, you know, he wasn't done. You know how they say he ain't done with you yet? So he wasn't done with that. Right. He wasn't done with that blessing yet. So it was I think a lesson I learned that, you know, you need to maximize your blessing before you try to move on to something else, because I might not be finished with that blessing yet. And we caught back, and that's why I think Q has been doing so well, because it humbled me back to not thinking about me singing better than somebody. It was just taking my blessing and maximizing it rather than trying to be, you know, like better than somebody else or you know, trying to outdo somebody else's blessing or chance. It was like one of the better experiences in my life, you know, spiritually, because it just took me to another place.
Right. Well, I'm done with my interview with you. I thank you so much for taking taking time out of your schedule to interview with Eugenia Magazine. I do have one little last question, and I know you say you have some strong pipes. So could we get you to sing something for us before we leave?
Sing. I surely can. I sure can. Okay, let me see what I can come up here. I have a new song. Okay, check this out. I was born by the river in a little tent, yeah. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
You better sing, boy.
I was about to go grab my Bible. I'm about to go grab my Bible.
I was going in right there when I heard that change is gonna come. Cupid, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
I saw you when you were in Killeen, and I was absolutely amazed. I love your talent. I love your energy. I will come and see you again, and I thank you again, my brother. God bless you and every single thing that you do, coming and going, and may God continue to bless your career.
And blessings to you for allowing me, a chance to speak on your outlet, my friend. That's big. A lot of people hear you sing, but they don't get a chance to hear you speak. So I appreciate this.
You are so welcome. And I'm going to add you on Twitter. And for the followers, for your fans, the people that don't know where you are,
you on Instagram?
Give me your Twitter, give me your Instagram, so we can all follow you.
It's all NewCupid. So it's NewCupid. That's on Facebook, that's on Instagram, and that's on Twitter. So it's just type in NewCupid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. Go follow NewCupid. He has a single with Mystical that's coming out, and we can get a sneak peek on YouTube right now.
Yep.
Is that right?
That's
all right.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.